Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joshua Campbell Torrance. I'm the Executive Director here at the Webb Dean Stevens Museum. Today, for History at 3, we are in the Dean House, and we're going to meet Curator Rich Malley.
Visitors here to the Dean Kitchen might have noticed this very plain-looking wooden box. And they might have thought, oh, maybe it's for firewood or for storing some other type of material used in the kitchen. In fact, this is a crucial part in food preparation in houses in the 18th, 19th century. It's called a dough box or a dough trough. And simply, it's a container in which a large quantity of dough would be made. And in the 18th century, typically you baked bread one day a week because it took all day. It was really a long, laborious job. And so you wanted to make large quantities of bread to feed your family for the week. So devices like this dough trough, allowed the preparation of large quantities of dough. And you could add the ingredients and work it by hand. And then, of course, you need to let the dough rise. And so they typically would have been covered with a sheet or some type of cloth to allow the dough to rise. Before then, it was divided and baked in the beehive ovens here in the Dean House. This particular example has no legs. I've seen other period examples which have legs, so I've just moved this off the floor and put this on this bench for now because it's at a better height and probably more typical of what would have been done in the period. So there you have it, a dough box or a dough trough from the 18th century.
Well, thank you so much, Rich, for talking to us about the dough box or dough trough. What a fascinating object, relevant for today in the sense that, of course, during lockdown, many of you perhaps were making bread. You may remember during lockdown, there's shortage of yeast and flour. Maybe some of you were making some bread from dough boxes of your own during lockdown. Speaking of the pandemic, of course, encouraging news that it's perhaps the end is in sight. And of course, when that end comes, that means we can welcome you back here at the museum. And the best days of the Webb Dean Stevens Museum are when you are here with us exploring the property, exploring the houses, and exploring our new education and visitor center. Until that day comes, please stay well and stay safe. And thanks for tuning in for today's History at 3.